And we welcome you back to the 8th Annual NBA Development League All-Star Game presented by Kumho Tire. We are at NBA All-Star Jam Session at the Ernest N. Memorial Convention Center. And we are courtside. Rick Hamlet, Dennis Scott, Brent Barry at the half. It is the futures over the prospects, 72-63. And the futures have never trailed in this game. Let's talk first half MVP and look ahead to maybe the MVP of this game. Arenze Owonaku has 14 points to lead all scores. Devin Ebanks has 12. Troy Daniels has 12. Right now, who would you say is in the lead for MVP?
Well, Owonaku is the first to come to mind because the big steal at half court, he picks the guard's pocket. I like to see big guys out there, and got the most points in rebounding right now is my front runner, Brent. I'm going with the big fella.
Owonaku and Justin Hamilton, the two big guys. What's going on with the NBA and D-League All-Star games where every big guy's winning the awards? I mean, we got DeAndre Drummond last night dominating. These two guys putting on a show. Before we're talking about Pierre Jackson, Manny Harris, these guys are going to be awesome. I can't wait to see them score the ball, and then the big guys are taking over. You quit bullying the little guys, big guys.
They're taking over,
great.
right?
Yeah, they've
shooting
been great
threes,
so far.
Hamilton shooting threes. So you would think the guards would take over this game because most all-star games you get out and run and show your athleticism. But the big fella said, don't forget about us tonight.
By the way, Andre's still trying to put the trophy back together. Congratulations, Andre, on the 30-25 performance in the Rising Stars Challenge on Friday night. All right, coming up, it is NBA Development League Dream Factory presented by Boost Mobile. And yes, the dunk contest. Here are the rules. 2 dunks in the first round. The judges will give you 6 to 10 points. 2 players with the highest composite scores will move on to round 2, at which point the player with the highest composite score in round 2 will be crowned the Boost Mobile NBA Development League Slam Dunk Contest champion. And Tony Mitchell won it last year. He's back to defend his title, and he can really get off the floor.
He did put on a show for us last year, 3D. Had a variety of dunks, some off the bounce, some with the throw. We talked about the one that came from the stands.
That was incredible.
We'll see if he does something creative to repeat, because you don't want to repeat yourself, but you do want to take that trophy back home if you can.
Well, I want to ask you a quick question. As a champion, how long does it take you?
Well, that's very nice of you, 3D.
How long does it take you to get loose, though? Because these guys weren't playing.
Not too long.
Not too long?
Not too long.
All right.
Bones always loves those slam dunk contest questions. All right, let's get it over to the PA announcer here, Barry Tom, for the player introductions.
Now let's meet the Boost Mobile NBA D-League Slam Dunk judges. Winner of the NBA D-League Dream Factory Sweepstakes presented by Boost Mobile, Jessica Colon. Four-time NBA All-Star and 12-year veteran of the Nets, Kings, and Celtics, Otis Birdsong. He's the father of a 2014 All-Star starter and an NBA D-League All-Star, one of the greatest shooters in Charlotte Hornets history, Dell Curry. Former player in the NBA D-League, this Gatorade call-up led the San Antonio Spurs to last year's NBA Finals. Number 4, Danny Green. He's a 6-time NBA All-Star and Basketball Hall of Famer. Get off your tracks for the A-Train, Artis Gilmore. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 Boost Mobile NBA D-League Slam Dunk contestants. From the Delaware 87ers, Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Representing the Erie Bayhawks, Darren White. The Reno Bighorns' very own, Rashad James. And defending Boost Mobile NBA D-League Dunk Champion from the Fort Wayne Mad Ants, Tony Mitchell. Let's hear it for dunkers. Our dunk order for the first 2 rounds are determined alphabetically by players' team city. That means Thanasis will...
All right, coming up shortly, it'll be the Boost Mobile NBA Development League Slam Dunk Contest, and I got a kick out of Thanasis Antetokounmpo with Greek Freak Nation written on the basketball, and he proudly displayed that.
Well, I'm anxious to see what he has, Rick, because you talked about earlier, not being able to see this man play that much, so to see him go out there to jump to the moon and see what he had, it's going to be fun to see.
And it's cool, a lot of the players that are in the All-Star game have come out of the locker room. They want to watch the dunk contest, and there is Thanasis. I love it. They call Giannis, his brother, the Alphabet. Let's see if we can come up with a nickname for Thanasis after what we see him do here this afternoon. He is the older brother of the Bucks, Giannis, and he will be draft eligible in 2014. Misses the first dunk.
Maybe that's what you're speaking of, 3D, not being quite warmed up.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask you.
It shouldn't take. It really shouldn't take you long, but saw something very similar to that last night in the in the Rising Stars game with Tim Hardaway Jr. throwing down the reverse, rocking the ball from right to left. And you can see the judges not super thrilled with the first one, Rick.
No, and on the left side there you have Jessica Colon. She won a fan contest to get involved as a judge.
A little rock over your head.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad for a warm-up. Each player gets 60 seconds to show what they can do. Good to see Artis Gilmore, the Hall of Famer, over there is one of the judges. The A-Train.
Do not shake his hand. He still has the claw.
That's all right. That's wrong. You put a minute on the clock.
This is Darren White of the Erie Bayhawks. First season in the NBA Development League.
This is where the new format tonight is going to kick in. You're not going to be worried about guys missing and having to repeat a dunk. They're just going to keep coming at you.
That's all right.
I think the time messes with you, Brent, that you got to try to get this dunk in a time frame.
Yeah, because then you start getting nervous that you're not going to be able to get the one done that you want to.
Well, he's down to 20 seconds.
And doesn't it affect the score? Because you tried it 7 times, so you take a point or two away.
Oh my
he got
goodness!
He got it! Whoa! Definitely better than the first dunk by Antetokounmpo. And Artis Gilmore gives him a 10. A couple of 9s and 2 8s. 8s?
Wow, 8s.
How do you give that an 8, Bones?
You're calling me a tough judge. You better go talk to Otis Birdsong. That is a sweet dunk. He came in like a wrecking ball. That's a Miley Cyrus reference.
Oh, yes, sir. I know exactly where you were going.
I didn't think that her name was going to come up during the broadcast. I'm a little disappointed.
That is nice.
Bones, how would you describe that dunk right there?
I would just say it was flat out awesome. What a great windmill.
Two-hand windmill.
And then I think he was trying to do a 3D with the toss.
Right.
With the toss to get up, catch it at its apex, and bring it around. But that was a nice change up.
Here we go.
Where's this coming from, 3D?
Out of the stands again from last year.
Deep out of the stands. Way up in the corner. And that's a good...
I have my video
There
camera
it is on the sidelines. Behind the players' bench, that's a good 40 feet, 45, 50 feet away from the court. So this is all in the toss. Is that Ron Howard up there?
Ron Howard.
All right.
Ron Howard is Tony Mitchell's teammate on the Fort Wayne Mad Ants.
They've started the clock already. They've got to give him a second here.
I think they're going to reset the clock.
Good idea.
The PA guy on the floor is just calling the shots out here, doing a great job of staying in charge. And here it is, Ron Howard.
That's a good toss.
Oh, very close.
I'll tell you what, the toss from Ron Howard down was better than the toss that went back up from Tony Mitchell.
A little bit too much spin on that one.
That's the toughest part about this one. He's got another ball, so we've rotated a second ball in.
Down to 39 seconds.
That's
Ron
short.
Howard.
Get there.
Oh, he almost got it.
Now this pressure is on Ron Howard.
Now let me
takes it away from Tony. Ron Howard's got to make a pass.
Let me ask you this. Tony did this last year to help him win this contest. Do you like that he's doing it again?
There it is. I do like, Rick, that he brought it out again because this is a whole different fan group that might not have seen last year the D-League All-Star Game. But Ron Howard, good on you, mate. Great pass from up there with pressure on.
So 2 9s, or 3 9s and 2 10s, but was that more impressive than the dunk we just saw by Darren White?
No.
No, it wasn't. I think sometimes we get caught up because the pass was coming out of the stands, maybe give a guy extra point. The dunk before that, creativity, the twerking, the twisting, the turning. But that's still nice, though.
Did you say twerking?
Twerking.
Man,
That's got to be the first time that's ever been brought to
Within 2
analysis of basketball. You're crazy, Dennis. Tony Mitchell gets a 47, and Darren White had 44.
Now here's the little man, Rick Kamla.
This is Rashad James.
Yeah, this is the ones where the little guy jumps so high off the ground, makes it even more impressive. Uh-oh, the bounce. Oh, my
Yes, sir.
goodness.
Yes, sir. And he is mobbed.
You don't need to have us tell you how good the dunk was because you see the
called
reaction
it,
from
yes.
the teammates. I mean, that was awesome.
Here's another look at Rashad James.
He didn't dunk
Spectacular.
that. He punched it. He punched the ball through the rim. Rick.
You know what, 3D,
Look at- oh my
if you look at it again, where it is that he's taking off from, off of 2 feet, just outside of the dotted line, that is a long way to travel off of 2 legs
feet,
to
yes.
get to the rim. Then he's catching and windmilling. A fantastic finish there by Rashad.
6'1", 195, went to Northwood College in Florida, and he gets a 50, 10s across the board for James.
Deserved.
Deserved all day long. The question is, what else do you have in your bag to match that or to do better?
This is our second dunk of the first round.
Even the judges had to give in on that one.
Yeah, and the fan, Jessica Cologne, she was a little late. Was she looking over to see, should I give it a 10?
Yeah,
Should I
she had
give
to
it a
make
10?
sure.
Jessica looks like she's in 7th grade at a math test, and she's looking at everybody else's answer. You guys know what you're talking about. I'll go with the 10.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, dunk number 2 for Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Looks like he's trying to get some help.
And he's getting
From
it.
his brother Giannis.
AKA
This is the
Alphabet.
Greek. This is the Greek Freak Nation right here.
This is when you want your younger brother to not be taller than you are, unfortunately.
Exactly.
And Giannis is probably thinking, "Yo, don't hurt me."
Greek Freak Nation.
Here we go.
Thanasis over Giannis. Oh, a little dance.
A little dance.
There you see it on his shirt. Greek
Yeah.
Freak Nation.
Let's hear it for that dunk for Thanasis, ladies and gentlemen. Judges.
It'd be sweet to watch in slow motion 3D.
Yes.
Up over the top.
So far, 3 8s. 4 8s and a 9. Do you agree, Bone?
That's a little harsh. I mean, he's up over his brother. Used him as a stepping
little bit.
stone there a little bit as a ladder, putting his left hand down and getting that hand plant 3D. Still a pretty sweet dunk.
It's still a sweet dunk. Maybe the hand maybe lifts it up a little bit. Maybe don't get the 9 or the 10, but it's, last time I checked, the alphabet is what, 7 foot?
Oh, here we go. This is Darren White, dunk number 2 for him.
And
that is Troy Daniels.
Troy Daniels looks very nervous.
White telling him, keep it behind your head a little bit more. Catches it and reverse flushes it home. That was nice.
That was nice right there. Take the ball out of the hand, double pump, 2 hands. Oh, ball down to the knee area, Brent. That's kind of nice there.
It's pretty sweet. The other thing that's difficult, 3D, I think, in dunking, and don't quote me on this because I'm not an expert, but it's that if you go without the ball, it's hard to establish your rhythm. If you have the ball, it kind of helps you get to where you need to go. Grabbing it out of midair like that is a little bit more difficult, and you see the height great finish as he's able to glide and get that reverse to go.
Darren White got a 10 from Hall of Famer Artis Gilmore on that dunk, so his first round score is a composite 90.
Rick, do you think it'd be cool if they put half-point cards for the judges? If it was 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, give you just a little bit. If you thought it was more than an 8, you could give it an 8.5. That'd be a good idea.
Oh, the headstand.
You better hurry
How
up.
nervous is he?
Yeah, you better hurry up before that kid falls over.
Seriously, he's starting to get a little wobbly out there. I'll tell you what, though, I couldn't do that.
See? You gotta hurry up.
Clock is running.
One of these guys, I guarantee you, one of the guys has to go over there and help that kid just stabilize himself. It's gonna happen. One of the D-League guys,
no.
here they come. They see? They're starting to come over.
See, it's the floor PA guys in charge of this thing.
Okay, the PA guy took control. No,
There you go. It's like holding the ball before a kickoff. What's going on here? Tony Mitchell. Okay, they reset the clock on him, so he's still plus 50 seconds. DeAndre Liggins has a look on his face like, what in the heck? Tony Mitchell jumps through the legs of a fan.
And they pick him up. Yes, they pick the young man up.
Representing presumably his favorite player, Kevin Durant.
a little dangerous for Tony Mitchell. He's going to get clipped here, Rick. Watch.
Ooh, a little
See
bit,
that his
yeah.
legs get through, so it was tough for him to get that finish to go through clean. He might take points off for not being clean, but he's looking down, and you can see worried about where
Make
he
sure,
is.
make sure he hit the little fella.
The little man, but an impressive dunk.
So the defending champion, Tony Mitchell, with a laugh, and a composite first-round score of 92, so that's better than Darren White. And there he is.
I'm a little surprised that Mitchell is ahead of White at this point. White's first dunk was pretty impressive with the windmill, so far so good. But this seems to be the guy right now after that first one.
But you call to look at the team. Look at every guy around there supporting and watching. That's how you know something good's coming, Rick.
And Rashad's got something that he's going to put on the floor, marking maybe where it is he's going to take off or something outside the lane. That's a long way to travel.
He's got his eye on the mark. He's got his eye on the hoop. All right, looks like we're going to try to get some air on this one.
All right, Rashad James, very entertaining with his first dunk. And we are intrigued.
Now, if he can do this with 2 feet,
well, we're going to take off running. We're running back
going
hotel.
out
We're
there.
leaving. Rick, you got to do the second half by yourself.
because we saw the
We're done.
first dunk 3D
We're
was
done.
off 2 legs.
2 legs.
And some
Dotted
guys
line.
are great with 2 feet, and
Right.
some guys are gliders.
Right.
Now, if he shows this with 2 feet, that would be impressive. But if he shows the glide, I'm also, wow, he's got it both. Okay. I had a feeling he was going 2, and that is way out there.
Gracious. Just the fact that he's trying this, Rick.
He actually jumped before the tape mark. Oh, boy. Hand him the trophy. Rashad James, again mobbed by the D-League All-Stars.
It looks like he hits his mark.
He does. I think the first foot may have just been over a little bit, but the back foot is definitely behind the mark.
Artis Gilmore and Del Curry not giving him 10s.
Oh, you called it 3D. He's well within it.
Right,
Back leg.
the back leg still
on the
behind.
mark, front leg
the head.
in front.
Yes.
You know when your kids are trying to win a race and they start and you say, okay, everybody behind the line, and they put 1 foot behind the line? You say, no. Both feet behind the line.
Yes. Still impressive, though. Still very impressive.
Did that remind you of Steve Francis a little bit? Composite first-round score of 98, kind of that lean-in windmill style. All right, so Rashad James is moving on to round 2 with the defending champion, Tony Mitchell. And I wonder if Tony Mitchell is going to get more creative here in round 2. So it's James against Mitchell in the Boost Mobile NBA Development League Slam Dunk Contest. It's coming.
Dream Factory presented by Boost Mobile, all part of 2014 All-Star Weekend. We're at halftime of the 2014 D-League All-Star Game. And getting set for the finals of the Slam Dunk Contest, Rashad James trying to take the title away from last year's champ, Tony Mitchell. All right, Tony, how many dunks did you come in here with planned?
I just made up 2 when I was on the plane coming over here, and then
Well, it looks like you need a third.
look like I'm gonna have to get a 4th. I need about 5 dunks compared to what he's doing, so I don't know. I might have something left up the sleeve. I don't know. I'm still thinking.
Rashad, do you want to push the tape, bring it back any further, or what are you thinking here?
I mean, anything to get the crowd involved. I might have to push it back a little bit further.
You think you should get some extra points because you're not as tall as this guy?
Maybe. I mean, the crowd usually favors the guys that's shorter anyway, so, I mean, we'll see what happens.
All right, Rashad James and Tony Mitchell, the finals of the 2014 Slam Dunk Contest. Barry Tom, the public address announcer, will take us through the final round here.
All right, Jared, thank you very much. So, interesting. Tony Mitchell, last year's champion, coming back to defend his title, came up with a couple of dunks on the plane and still thinking as we speak about perhaps his 4th dunk.
Well, I'm going to have to go to my partner on this one. One thing I dunk was powdered donuts in my coffee in the morning. So, partner, is that true? Did you get your dunks the last minute on the flight on the way to the event?
Inspiration comes in all sorts of ways. I would think, though, before that he knows he's got to do something that he didn't do last year, and you made mention of it, Rick. He repeated that first dunk that came from Ron Howard in the stands, and we did see that last year. The last one he finished off last year was he brought out something to jump over to get the victory. So I think he does need to bring out something new, because I'm going to tell you what, that guy right there, number 10, Rashad James, he's coming for it.
I don't mean to be critical, but jumping over a little boy is not like jumping over a Kia Optima.
Good point. Good point. Or jumping over a 7-footer.
Yeah,
that's your brother.
Yes, that's right. Or your younger brother who happens to be 7 feet and growing.
Man.
Somewhere Blake Griffin is smiling. So it'll be Rashad James and Tony Mitchell for the Boost Mobile NBA Development League Slam Dunk Championship. So Tony Mitchell will dunk first, and he's got Ron Howard helping him out once again.
He did this last year, didn't he? 3 off the side of the backboard? Oh, something new.
Ooh, he's going between the legs, J.R. Ryder style.
Well, last year I think he did it off the dribble between the legs. This year he's taking the pass and going between the legs. Ooh.
All right, that's okay. Keep it moving.
So 2 dunks missed so far for Mitchell. Under 40 seconds on the clock.
47 seconds on the clock.
And he got it that time.
Nice.
Just messing around, Bones.
I just really hope that there's an ace up the sleeve for him in the last round, because
wow, very generous score.
I agree, very generous. Artist's going to stick with the 9.
Ooh. A 49
I'm surprised
for Tony
that
Mitchell.
3D.
Me too.
I thought that might settle somewhere at 45 to give room for Rashad, and still a sweet dunk going through the legs, finishing off the pass. Ron Howard steak dinner. 2 great passes in the dunk contest from him.
Yes, sir.
And now Rashad's going to bring out some help.
Great reaction.
It looks like he's taking a page out of Tony Mitchell's book. The pass is coming out of the stands.
Well, we'll see what kind of highlight Rashad James can author up here. He's suddenly in a hole, guys, with Mitchell posting a 49 in that first dunk. And James is getting help from a player in the stands.
So this one's coming from the complete opposite side. Ron Howard had the left side of the stands covered. Now Rashad wants this pass from his right.
Here we go. Clock is running. From the stands.
Ooh. I mean, James got way up there even to catch that ball.
Basketball is in hand. Looking for
We have to call in the guys from Dude Perfect to throw some of these passes.
That would have brought the house down. Boy, Rashad James is definitely the most popular of these two dunkers. Attempt number 3. Didn't like that pass at all.
All on the passer.
See if this one gets the job short.
You got probably 2 more chances at it here, so.
They have a rack up in the stands. I love it. Oh, that's right on the money. Yes, sir. Rashad James. And a salute to the passer.
Here's my question to you, Rick Camero. What would you call DeBost? He's leading the league in assists. Why'd you get him up there to get the...
So it's dueling 49s. Del Curry did not go 10. He went with only a 9. We are tied after the first dunk.
3D, I think Rashad really would have loved that ball somewhere in the middle of the lane, much like the first pass he got that he turned down, which, by the way, he hung up and had a cup of coffee before he came down. But I think he wanted that pass a little further out so he could have really hung up there to complete the dunk.
I think he had 2 creams and 2 sugars there while he was up there, too.
Might have sent it back.
He might send it back, right?
All right, 49. I like this. 1 dunk.
1 dunk to go, tied at 49. Now, Tony Mitchell, interviewed by Jared Greenberg 3 minutes ago, said he's still thinking about this dunk and what he's going to do.
Are you kidding me right now?
So this is on-the-fly dunking by Tony Mitchell.
And Ron Howard is being employed again as the passer.
This is going to be a blind toss. It's a blind toss. Second round.
So now,
Mo Charlo, by the way, was the passer to Rashad James.
well, next year, do we need another table so we can start grading the passes now? Because now it's all about the pass has to be perfect for the dunk to come off now, it seems that way.
Yeah, but here's the thing, 3D. We've seen now this dunk done a couple different ways. Tony Mitchell left side, Rashad on the right side. It doesn't really come down to the dunker per se. It comes down just to the toss. So if the toss is somewhere around the rim, whoever it is that's dunking the ball is just throwing it in to get points on the board, and it becomes less about the dunker and more about whoever is throwing the pass. And that's really, as creative as the dunk is, I don't think you want to keep going back to that one.
I agree. That's why I wanted to throw that out there, that this is fun, but now if you keep using it each round, I think it takes some of the excitement away from it.
Is this something that we might see in the Sprite Slam dunk on State Farm All-Star Saturday night?
I'm going to go back, Rick, to the fact that the freestyle round tonight will have everybody saying, this is great for the dunk contest. This is an awesome idea to have these heats and these waves of dunkers because it takes away all the time in between misses and bad throws. Man, the guy's coming right behind you. Tonight is going to be great for the Sprite Slam dunk contest. They're going to have a great, not the Sprite, but tonight's performance is going to be great for the NBA. I'd like to stay away from things like this, but we'll see if Tony Mitchell can come through.
I mean, Howard from way out.
And so
he's not even in the stands. I think he's down there on the stairs or something, even almost out of the arena we're in.
It's a completely blind toss.
Someone's going to get hit in the head.
From Ron Howard. And again, DeBost not involved.
There's another pass. This one looks...
There it is.
Go get it, Tony. Go get it, Tony. Go get it, Tony!
Goodness! Are you kidding me, people? Are you kidding me? The ball bounces perfect right there by the dotted line. One hand and jam. Yes, we are.
Half these guys better run over to Ron Howard and say thank you.
It
Yes.
comes down to the fan. Jessica Cologne. 9 or a 10. 9 or a 10. What is it? Jessica, make up your mind. It's a 2. And a 50 for Tony Mitchell.
Hey.
Wow. Well, I guess the only thing they can do now, Brent, is go to the rafters.
I can't wait till this pass comes from outside.
Come outside. Oh, my goodness.
I've got to be honest, as impressive as Rashad James has been, that one's going to be tough to beat. Tony Mitchell trying to go back-to-back slam dunk champ here in the D-League. What a pass by Ron Howard, by the way.
Yeah, great pass by Ron Howard. I mean, 25 of those points belong to him.
Yes.
Well, for a last-minute dunk idea, that was pretty good.
That was really good.
Hey, Ron, go give me a bottle of water by the refreshment stand, and while you're out there, throw me a pass for potentially a contest-winning dunk. All right, so Tony Mitchell last year jumped over the Boost Mobile Dream Factory signage. Now, Bones, is this far enough out to make it impressive enough to get a 50?
Well, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is he's going off of both of them puppies, 3D. He's going to jump off of 2 feet to glide over that. And to see him fly that far, off of 2 feet, leaning over that signage, could be impressive.
Wow.
So if he goes 50 here,
Have a dunk off,
presumably we have a bonus dunk. I'm not sure if it would be 2 dunks in a bonus round, maybe just 1, but here goes Rashad James. Clock is running on him. Oh, just short.
It's a lot like his first dunk, getting off of 2 feet and leaning, but you had the sign in there. It adds a little bit of pizzazz to a 3D, but that's what he wants to do.
Signs are turning. People are holding their breath.
Missed that one as well.
30 seconds.
This is vertical, people. It's not 1 foot. This is going off of 2 feet from the dotted line. This windmill.
Can jump.
Better than Mitchell, though. Oh! Is it better than Tony Mitchell's 50?
The dunk wasn't as clean, but go ahead. Oh, we got some.
We got
Oh, what are we doing? Oh,
What
the
is it?
Spurs song playing with the emotions, the upside down 10.
Was he giving it a 1 or a 10?
There you go.
There it is. There it is. We have a dunk off.
A 50 for Rashad James to match the 50 by Tony Mitchell.
I think fair 3D.
I agree. But you got to understand, Rick, this man is going off 2 feet. He's way behind the dotted line. Now, I understand Tony Mitchell's a blind pass, which is great. You got to catch it in one hand. Rick, this is 2 feet, windmill in the air. Whoa.
At his size.
At his size.
Just go outside and stand where it
The
is that
average
he
person might
jumped
tear
from.
his ACL if he tried it in the sandlot basketball right now.
My Achilles is bothering me already.
Oh, man.
All right, so one more for Rashad James and Tony Mitchell.
Rick, if he was having trouble coming up with dunks before his 4th one, he's got to come up with something real special for a 5th.
Here comes Tony.
Pass it to himself.
Pass.
Oh!
That's pretty sweet. 3D.
Again, just messing around. Might have gotten a 50 out of that.
And Brent, it seems like they're starting to get looser and looser as we get deeper into these rounds. He was really elevated on that play there.
Can't wait for this 10-minute second half we're going to play. Danny Green. He's got to leave room. Okay.
9 from D-League alum Danny Green.
I give Danny Green some credit. That's what I would do. I got to leave room for something.
Right. Oh, he's bringing the mark back out.
We got some help on the floor. This is it.
Great pass. Just how he got enough room to look first. Oh my goodness. Rick, look how he looks at the rim and then he says, hey, rim.
That's what made that dunk special.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just a dunk.
That little
Easy
extra
for me
second to
say.
look at the rim.
All right, Rashad James, what do you have for us?
All right, here we go. Basketball's in hand. Rashad.
Oh, he's jumping over Mo Charlo.
This could be a 5
Can a guy like that, at that size 3D, after this many jumps, can he get tired?
Here we go.
He could.
No assistance. Nothing but air.
Ooh, I got that one.
So on dunk attempt number 2, James got it home, jumping over Mo Charlo. But did it beat Tony Mitchell's 49?
If I had to judge this one, I'm thinking that he falls a point short.
I was going to say a point too short.
Otis Birdsong had an 8, switches it from an 8 to a 10. Danny Green going 9, Del Curry going 9. Tony Mitchell is your back-to-back Boost Mobile NBA Development League Slam Dunk Champion.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Hey, tell you what, Rashad James, Tony Mitchell, thank you.
Yes, thank
You guys
you very
put on
much.
a great dunk display and a great show for the fans here at the Fan Jam. James session.
We talk about this all the time. This is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend.
No question
the
about
D-League
it.
All-Star Game and the dunk contest at halftime. Spread the word, basketball fans. This is an exhilarating event. Tony Mitchell, your back-to-back slam dunk champion in the NBA Development League.